I just want to say that I'm proud of not just my students, but all of the students for walking out. I think that unfortunately in these moments and these times, it's easy to just kind of gloss over and continue to sweep things under the rug, right? With what happened this past Friday, I had to find out the information via social media, smash the topic, Facebook, right? Because there was no proper internal communication to let me know that my life was in danger. I stayed within the classroom the entire day, right? Having to make sure that the students that were in my class, some of them weren't my actual students, but I was doing my best to actually protect them. And so for us to have to stay in these classes and have to continue to go as business as normal, do STAR, take these tests, right? I feel like we live in this society of the spectacle that only because these black and brown kids didn't die, that's the only reason why they don't want them to actually speak up. But these black and brown kids deserve to have their voices heard, and they should not try to force us to go back inside, right? They shouldn't try to threaten my job because I'm trying to give them a voice, right? They deserve to have a voice. In this country, they need to know that they are important, and that regardless of their zip code and where they from, that they matter. And that's why I decided to have us come out today.
Do you think that your job was threatened today?
Thank you. Yes? I didn't hear the question.
Do you think your job was threatened today?
Yes, my job is threatened today. I've had police officers ask to talk to me separately. I've had police officers ask me, to try to get the kids to go back inside, but they want them to go inside because they don't want this to be disruptive. This needs to be disruptive. We should not go back to business as usual, right? Whenever we talk about black and brown areas, Title I schools, right, they need the actual funding in order to make things different and make things better. I will stay out here until the end of the day, until it's time for me to go home, right? I have a child. And I have a child on the way. My wife was scared out of her mind, not knowing what was going to happen, right? And nobody thanked us, right? We get just a half-assed thing about, oh, hey, you did a good job. No, I wanted to be communicated. I wanted my students to know that they were okay when they went home the next day. But we just go through the weekend, oh, we're just going to do it as normal. No, that's not what we do. If we want to talk about diversity and inclusion and making things better, Dallas needs to do better as a city, and the district needs to do a hell of a lot better in keeping these kids safe. Just because their zip code is different, that doesn't mean that you treat them different.
What needs to happen?
We need to have safer environments for our schools, right? We need to also make sure that our teachers are being taken care of. The thing that's going to happen is going to say, what about the kids? What about the kids? Every day I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, take care of my child, drive here, and come take care of these kids. You'll come to my classroom this morning, you'll see all the donuts and all the snacks that I have for my kids, because I make sure that they have food, because sometimes they don't eat breakfast, right? We need to make sure that they're secure. We need to make sure that they're being paid attention to, not just when a national thing happens here, but make sure they're being taken care of, and stop putting it on the teachers. I'm working every day, 9 to 5. I'm tired, right? But I'm not finna sit here and pretend like everything's okay. My life was in danger. And I think that by paying attention to the kids, making things more secure, right? Those are the things that will happen. And also stop making it seem like these teachers aren't actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. We've had a principal for the last couple of weeks on our intercom telling us every day, you are interviewing for your next job. I don't want to hear that when I'm also about to be threatened with my life. All right, I don't want to hear nothing about my job being threatened just because you want to keep us in line. You're not going to just keep us in line. You're going to hear our voice, or you're going to have to continue to deal with this disruption.
Mr. Dean, let me give you a card. Keep me in the loop of what happens today and what happens.
All right, thank you,
I appreciate it, bro. Nice meeting you.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
Justice for JoJo! Justice for JoJo! Justice for JoJo!